Not really, because there was one where we were like, we don't have shit, and then like last minute we put together like 5 or 6 topics real quick. We actually have absolutely nothing. Wait, talk? Oh God. Oh, good thing. All right, talk again.
Hello.
Hey, okay. You.
All right.
It was muted.
Perfect.
Hey,
Check, check.
no. Hey,
Hello.
Strawby.
Hey
How's
guys,
it
what's up?
going? Don't we look just to be here?
I mean, hey, it's Saturday night and it's in the middle of a pandemic, so I mean, there's not many other places we can be.
Let's start bopping, guys. All right, guys.
All right. Looks like we should be able to officially start
This
the
has been
NazCast.
the
if you want.
shortest like intro time. Big
Yeah.
turnout. Big turnout quick.
Yeah, which
Big.
is always good.
Fast. Quick. Hey guys. Welcome to the NazCast episode 21. I'm Quinn. And as always with me is Steven.
Hello.
Yeah!
Okay, you're a little too excited for this type
Claps.
of
All right, guys.
low-key podcast.
Me and Steven decided that this is the end. Thanks for tuning in.
Did we though?
Yeah, me and Steven are actually making our new fortune from buying and flipping Uyas. We'll keep this one right
Yes.
here as the original. This one, we
Yeah.
got one right one right
Yeah,
back
but
there.
we have an entire storage unit full of them now.
Yeah, actually. So if anyone
Wants one.
wants an Uya,
We are selling these like $80 paperweights, like full in box.
but for $700 a piece, so please let us know. Anyone? Anyone interested? Anyone? Going once. Selling Puyas. What the fuck?
Yeah. So
How dare
this
you?
Yeah. So this week's NazCast should be a little bit more low key because we both were very busy this week. So we have no topics, minus the Pokemon naming challenge, which we usually wait like an hour to do.
I got a topic. We talked about it a little bit right before
Sure.
the podcast. Anything,
Sure.
right? Because we're just vibing out this week. We're chilling.
Yep.
We're
Yep.
chilling. We're interacting.
You're absolutely just. So go ahead.
Guys, there was a leak in my ceiling.
Yes.
Unfortunate. We had some casualties. The leak was in a very small spot. I actually don't even know if it was a leak. Somehow my stack of vinyls got water on it. And we lost a casualty today. My fucking Bug Snack single. Oh, hold on. Music's still playing. Sorry about that. My Bug Snack single. Look at this. The vinyl's fine. The vinyl's okay. Look. Water damage. All around. What do we do? What?
Well, the easiest thing would be to replace it, which it looks like you're looking into right now, which is always a.
Yeah, I am looking into replacing it right now. This is a good song. You ever hear it, Steven? You ever hear the Bug Snack song?
I have not.
I can't play it
I
on
have not-
stream, but it's pretty funny.
Yes, I have not heard the Bug Snacks song. I haven't even played Bug Snacks yet, so like I'm waiting for that.
I'm waiting for the physical release on PlayStation 5.
I thought it's already out by Fangamer.
It's a pre-order still. What's up, Paul? Yeah, it was the Bug Snacks that was our only casualty. Yeah, physical. The game itself is out, but the physical releases are not out. They're still on pre-order.
So, trying to figure out exactly when they would launch them, like
I actually, I don't know.
because, if I recall, Bug Snacks was a launch game,
Digitally,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm checking it out. This product will not ship till Q3 of 2021. So summer.
Okay. So so the end of summer probably, which is fine.
Yeah. So I mean, well, we'll take it from there.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. I don't actually know what to fucking talk about this week.
Well, I can talk. As I started, officially breeding Pokemon.
In your backyard?
No, in Sword and Shield, which is So, um, so Pokemon breeding has been something I've always wanted to do, but just for lack of time and lack of willingness, I guess,
It
to
takes a
do it
lot of
has kept
time
me
to do
back.
it. Yeah.
Now, like I still don't have time, but I also don't have time to really be like deeply like invested into a game like The Last of Us or anything longer than like 20 hours. So I ran through Pokemon Sword with all of the DLC, beat the first DLC pack, which was Isle of Armor.
And
And then
base
now it's
game,
just yes.
because you played
So
Shield
like
your first time.
yeah,
Sorry,
so
continue.
now I'm just playing and breeding, which I finally made my first. So I have my first a perfect IV Pokemon, which is it's a Dreepy, which I actually have two perfect IV Dreepies, but the one that I wanted didn't hatch until hours after the first one.
What the fuck is a Dreepy?
It's the baby.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a baby form of the pseudo legendary.
dude, I just remembered a topic we wanted to talk about when we were talking last night.
What?
The Zelda timeline.
Oh, okay, yes. Okay, so this is probably like our big topic for the day, but let me just like finish talking about.
Yeah, no, I while it was in
Yeah,
my head, I wanted to say it.
yeah.
Hold on, I gotta
Um,
scream. I gotta scream. They redeemed it.
yes.
Ah! Continue. Sorry.
Wow, that was very low key for you.
Fuck! Don't
I'm
say
actually
that. They're
proud of you
gonna
for
want me
that.
to do it again. They're gonna want me to do it again.
This is why you don't tempt people with like promises of screaming if you have a certain amount of things.
See?
Quinn.
Look what you did.
Look at what I did.
Ah!
Look at what you did. This is your stream.
I gotta hydrate too. Okay, continue. No more screaming right now. I'll scream when
Yeah.
Steven's done with his story. And that was your
Um.
scream.
Yes. So have my first perfect IV Pokemon. So check. Second check, which I was not expecting, was a shiny Ditto, which you immediately replied, "I'm stealing that." Like your Team Rocket. Like you're like, nah, I'm gonna just take that. So there's that.
Can I ask a question about that?
Yes.
Where did you get the shiny Ditto? Was it like a wonder trade, or was it like you caught
No.
it in the wild, or like from a raid?
I caught it on one of the islands in the DLC. Hold on, I'll look it up right now.
Oh,
Not
okay.
Amazon. They just hit like
Amazon. Paul says we always want
yes.
more screaming. I'm assuming.
Oh, good God. Okay, so I caught the Ditto on the workout C for the Isle of Armor,
Oh, okay.
where they have an 80% spawn rate. So literally, like I was just like, all right, hold on, I need like a like so at that time like I was exclusively looking for like natures, so like I was nature farming.
Okay.
And so like I just happened to find a shiny Ditto. And I was like, sure, I'll go and grab a shiny Ditto. There's no reason not to.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Is it still the same like blue color wave?
Yes.
Because
Which is
after
great.
Gen 2, some shinies got changed.
Yeah.
Like the awesome Charizard. How do you feel about that Charizard compared to?
I'm trying to remember the older Charizard shiny.
It was purple and green.
Was it purple and green? Hold on, let me look it up on
Yeah, look up
Bulbapedia.
Gen
Because
2.
I'm right there.
Yeah, go for it. Strawberry redeemed 100 points and said, you
Yeah.
need to buy Cocoa Puffs. I do. I need to get that Galarian Ponyta from the family-sized General Mills cereal boxes.
The what now?
In the family-sized General Mills cereal boxes, the ones with the Pikachu on the front, they have
Sure.
a Pikachu. Not Pikachu. They have a Pokemon pack in it with 3 cards. You're guaranteed a hollow Pikachu. Actually, I have some here.
That's
So I don't know
interesting.
how well this comes up on camera. It's for the 25-year anniversary. Steven, if you want one of
Oh.
these, by the way, I have 2, so you could have one.
Ooh, I do.
I'll
Thank
keep
you.
one for you. So
Okay, great.
it has a little 25 symbol there,
Ooh,
and
that's nice.
um, so this is this reused artwork, but with the 25. The Pikachu is the only card with the 25 anniversary symbol on it, which
Yeah.
is fine. I'm okay with that. But there is an exclusive artwork to the boxes, and it's Galarian Ponyta, and it's the only place to get
Ooh.
that artwork is in the family size boxes.
Wow, that is oddly specific.
Yeah, that card's
Okay.
worth $75. So
Jesus.
yeah, the Pikachu's are
Oh
worth
yeah.
like 8.
So Gen 2 shiny Charizard's pretty interesting looking.
Yeah,
Now, like, I personally prefer the black and red.
it's more polished, I'd say, the black and red.
Yeah. But the one thing that really surprised me about Gen 8 was actually the rivals. Hop had a very
Yes.
fascinating like story because he was like trying to live up the entire time to his brother, but then he was just not good at training Pokemon because he was always behind you because you had an EXP share that is completely broken. Plus, the player knows what they're doing most of the time, so
One thing we talked about this too, right? I don't want to steal your thunder about this because you
yeah,
actually brought this up.
yeah,
Is that um, so we both agree that Sword and Shield is a very easy Pokemon game, correct?
yeah,
Okay.
yes,
So
100%.
one thing we talked about when we talked, because we actually talk outside of the podcast. Very surprising, I
Yes,
know. We talked about the fact that Hop, when you kick his ass, essentially, he's like, "Damn, I can't beat Steven with this team." So
yeah,
it's like the first time ever in a Pokemon game where he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna revise my team instead of just adding more Pokemon to it like they do in every other game." Because
yeah,
when you progress through the story in any other Pokemon game, they go from like 1 to 2 to 3 to 5 to 6 Pokemon. But in this
yeah,
game, Hop's like, it doesn't work. That team comp doesn't work. I gotta beat Quinn. I gotta beat Steven so I can
yeah,
fight Leon.
yeah.
Leon in the championship battle, so I can become the new champion of the Galar region. And he's like, no.
Yeah, so he's got a very fascinating arc, and then he finally realizes that he just needs to trust himself, which is a great message for children, which are what these games are intended for, despite the fact that like the metagame is all made up of adults who know what they're doing. So like that's a great message for children. And also you have another few rivals in there, in Bede and Marnie, and both of them are also written pretty well. You made a great joke about Bede when like he gets basically he gets
Kidnapped.
kidnapped by Opal, the fairy type gym leader, and then just whisked away, and then he's not seen until like
Till the end.
the yes up until like the championship cup, which is great. So another thing I think we talked about last night was the fact that the last of two regions haven't had an Elite Four.
True, this is true, yeah.
Yeah, and I honestly prefer that because I prefer the more like tournament style anime thing that like they did for Gen 8, which I'm like, hey, have more rivals that like as long as they're like decently written, like as long as they're like somewhat like written well, I would prefer to face the rivals in the last few matchups versus like, oh, here's some like people who we've never heard about up until right now to face.
Yeah, I did like the Elite Four though. Like, I'm not saying that the like tournament style battle, like, and then whoever wins out of like the newcomers gets to become like
Yeah,
gets the option to battle the champion. I'm not saying I'm not a fan of that, but I feel like the Elite Four, because think about every Elite Four. It's not like there's not like a gimmicky puzzle like there is in like a gym. It's literally you walk in, it's a fucking empty room. It's you and them. And it's just like, I don't know, I feel like it definitely builds the hype up when you're going to fight the champion.
yeah.
And then like I don't remember the exact themes, but like they all also have like their own themes that progressively get more and more like not frightening, but like dramatic, I guess.
Yeah. But the problem always happened to be with the Elite Four was that you never heard from them throughout the entire rest of the game. So from like a story perspective, you facing the three rivals and like the previous like gym leaders makes more sense than like, oh, here's a bunch of trainers you've never heard of before.
Yeah.
Like that just makes more sense from like a story perspective than, oh, hey, here's four random trainers who just have really high level Pokemon that you've never heard of.
Yeah, so that's another thing. Like me and Steven fucking think of these hypotheticals, right? We think of these
Yes.
hypotheticals when we're chilling, and we were like, because like exactly like you never hear of like no one ever talks about the Elite Four. This is who you hear of. Like you hear of the 8th gym leader
Yes.
because he's like a menace to society or something. I don't know. He's literally like the king. Like most people don't beat the 8th gym leader. Like like I mean, everyone knows the champion in every region because the champion's some weird do good person. Like Cynthia
Yeah.
and like Gen 4 is walking around. Like Cynthia, what are you doing? Is there no good? Is there no good trainers to to battle?
Yeah.
You and your insanely IV leveled Garchomp, like the devil itself. Like
Oh, we got to talk about that for the Gen 4 remakes because if they have some of the same things that they do for the last few regions, mainly having a all team EXP share, that fight will still be very difficult, like as long as they keep the same movesets, because those teams were just hard on their own from just a moveset perspective, because her team had so much like synergy because it was just good.
yeah. What's up, Yamato? By the way, I saw you join chat. Welcome.
Hello, Yamato, what's up?
So here's my question about Gen 4, right?
Yes.
So they said, hold on. They said it's a faithful remake, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm with it. Hell yeah, bring on the faithful remake. I don't want some weird Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire type thing.
Yeah.
Is there gonna be fairy types?
I would imagine so.
See, I would imagine not. I don't want there to be, because like I feel like it changes the game. Like Cynthia becomes easier then
Yeah.
because Spirit Tomb isn't
Yeah,
an
because Spiritom's a wall
unstoppable.
that you just
Yeah,
can't. Because like Spiritom's a wall that just crushes hopes and dreams if you like really think about it. Like Spiritomb just walls you for the entire time with like neutral damage, everything. It's like, God, this takes too long.
why is your defense stat so high? Just
But
die.
I would imagine that they have fairy types. I mean, like assuming that they have a new EXP share, which is fine because that makes those games more manageable because you don't really need to grind really, but they force you to. And if you have like an EXP share that has it for all Pokemon, that just works out better for people who actually need to do stuff.
Yeah, yeah. People who don't have all day to like grind.
Yeah. So, and also we should have a TMs that don't break. My main worry is honestly that the HMs return. Because
I think
Faithful
they will.
Remakes me thinks of HMs returning.
Bring on
And
the hidden
boy,
machines. Bring on the hidden machines.
but Gen 4 uses so many HMs that it's bordering on ridiculous.
Well, yeah,
So-
everyone had that Pokemon in their party that they kept just within level, and it only knew HMs.
Yeah.
Everyone did that.
Yeah, but for Gen 4, you need 2 of them technically.
Yeah, because what do you need?
So-
You need Surf, Fly, Waterfall. Not Waterfall, I'm
Strength.
sorry.
Well, no,
You do
also
need Waterfall. Surf,
Yeah.
Strength.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eh.
So you need 2, but if they bring in like the box from a Gen 8, which like allows you to access it from like anywhere, then I don't see it being too big of a problem, except for like a few menu clicks, which is just
But that's not a big deal. I don't care about that.
yeah.
Just
But
gotta find
I'm
that
very
gold.
hyped about these Gen 4 remakes because I just love Gen 4, and I would prefer to play them in a faster battle system than what Gen 4 offers.
Gen 4 is very slow. That's why when I do
Yes.
the Nuzlocke, I'm very worried that I'm just going to like...
Yes. Oh man, I had a friend who he would just be like, the running speed. Like he would show me the running speed of like Gen 3 versus Gen 4. And specifically about like the frame rate, because I think Gen 3 ran at 60 frames versus a Gen 4's 30.
Yeah.
P Squid.
I put 3
But yeah, so
I'm right here.
but you're off screen.
My headphone cable is still attached. I had to get a Coke.
You don't actually need a Coke.
There's no water here, and I'm not getting up during the podcast. See, I didn't even get up from my chair. Continue.
Yeah, so I honestly really am excited for the Gen 4 remakes, despite the fact that a lot of people just are not because of valid reasons like the art style. But I like the art style. I personally like the chibi art style.
Is the art style a valid reason? That's like those same people who are like, Earthbound's a bad game because it's in 16-bit. Like, bruh, Earthbound came out in like the 80s.
1994, but sure.
You know the point I'm
Yes,
making though.
yes. But
Like
the art
Earthbound's a
style
classic.
would be a valid reason, except for the fact that that is the only reason why these people are whining.
Steve, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Completely unrelated on top of my mind though. What is your favorite game of all time?
Probably Earthbound or Kingdom Hearts 1. It's a toss-up. Usually depends on the day of the week. Yours, I think everyone here knows. Like that is not even a
Barbie
question.
and the
That's
Ice Kingdom.
Well, let me ask you this. I want to know specifically your favorite version of a Shadow of the Colossus, because there
Ooh.
are technically three versions. You have the original PS2 version, which runs at like 15 frames a second most of the time. You have the remaster on PS3, which runs at what, 30 or 60? I can't remember.
30.
30. Then you have the remake, which is from the ground up and runs at what, 60?
60. I will say this, right? I might get some flack for this.
It's the remake?
It's definitely no. It's definitely not
Really?
the original.
So it's the PS3 version then.
So, all right, can I explain though? Can I explain?
Yes. Oh, 100%.
So, the PS2 version is a classic, right? And I'm not gonna say I'll never play it again. Fuck, I own 2 copies of it. Probably a third coming soon because I need a PlayStation Hits case.
Oh, one thing that you have to do.
I
check
see.
the chat.
Fuck. Fuck.
Okay, there you go. No, there's your scream.
I'm waiting for the one day like Nani or Nunno or Justin comes down here and be like, "Why the fuck are you screaming?" I'm gonna have to get rid of that. If I'm gonna have to get rid of the screams.
Yeah, you will, because you live in a house with other people who live there, so you can't just scream.
That was a good scream. That was a good scream, though. I like that one.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Shadow of the Colossus PS2. It has a very different feel because it does run at like 15 frames per second.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good. I like it. It's also like where my favorite game ever fucking started. So you'll always have that nostalgia to it. But and like the Colossi looks ever so slightly different. Like if you look at Valis, for instance, the first Colossi, if you look at him in PS2 version, like look at his face. I mean, you look at him in like the PS4 or the PS3 version, like it looks different. And the PS3 version shouldn't look different because it's just like a remaster. Yeah. But it does. It like looks smoother. But so the reason why it's not the so it's not the PS2 version, right? Yeah. I'll still play the PS2 version once I get my PlayStation 2 back in like a setup where I can play it on a flat screen. Yeah. No problem. I'll still play it. Not as often as I would like the PS4 version because the convenience is just there with the PS4 version.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
But I don't know what changed between like the PS3 version and the PS4 version. Obviously, it's like a game built from the ground up, blah, 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 blah. New engine, looks good. What's up, Obi? Yeah, we don't have any topics this week. We're just kind of chatting.
Chilling.
We're chatting about some random stuff that comes to our minds. We didn't do the Pokemon challenge yet either, though. So what's up?
Yep. We wait for you for that.
So I don't know what the logistic. Yeah, exactly. Shooting the shit. I don't know what the like logistic like issue is with it, but like the PS4 version, if you look at time attacks, the time is like shorter. So like the game got easier, I guess, in a way. So like if you look at the time attack like normal and hard modes, PS2 and PS3 have the same times, but PS4 has like shorter times. I'm not sure if it's because like the controls are more refined or what.
Would it be the frame rate?
It could be
like double the frames.
It could be, but it's not like half the time. It's like a minute less or something like that.
Okay.
Like, yeah. So I don't know like why it's like easier. Quote unquote.
That'd be someone to ask like an expert. That's not.
Yeah, someone from like So that's why it's not the PS4 version. PS4 version is definitely the most immersive for me. And I have beaten the PS4 version specifically over 20 times. I've only beaten the PS2 version like 3 times because honestly it's rough on the eyes because it runs terribly.
Yes, but also it's got to be rough on just you playing it because of the frame rate. It's just not.
But like that's what I'm saying. Like the low frame rate like really gets to you after a while. And it's
because like having a low frame rate actually hurts your like it hurts your eyes and it like
Yeah.
takes you out of the experience.
Oh, 100%. So I will
Ocarina.
say,
That game runs like 10, 15
well,
frames
that's why
consistently.
Majora's Mask needs a memory pack because I needed more memory,
Yeah.
so you can get a smoother experience. Um,
Mhm.
the PS3 version is my favorite because you get like the best of both worlds. A game looks better than the PS2 version. You get the widescreen that the PS4 version has. You don't get the greatest graphics like the PS4 version has, but you also get like the more
Yeah.
true to the original play. And honestly, it's also probably a nostalgia thing. I have the most memories with the PS3 version. I played it a lot. So I mean that's what
So
it comes down to.
yeah, so how would you felt if they just ported the PS3 version to PS4? So just
This is a
the
hypothetical, I'm
remaster.
assuming, right?
Yes.
Because obviously they would never do that. But like, I
Yeah.
would probably start playing that version more than the PS4 version.
Really.
Like if I'm like in my spare time, like if I'm streaming, I want, you know me, I try to put on like a show. I try to make it
Mhm.
entertaining. But I also want it to look good, so I'd play the PS4 version if I was streaming. But like, there is times where I just fucking not even on stream on this app. I want to do a Shadow of the Colossus run. Why not, right? So then I'll
Yeah.
fucking grab the PlayStation 4 controller because that's what I have set up on my desk right now, and I'll do a run. Like the other day, I did a hard mode run, beginning to end, on one of my days off. So,
Yeah.
um, in my spare time, if in a hypothetical situation where the PS3 version is ported to PS4 and the PS4 version still exists, if I'm streaming or like showing off the game to my friends or something like that, PS4 version, I want them to be like entertained because I look at the game in a different way, in like a different light than other people.
Yeah.
Because to a lot of people, it's just a game. This is like, it's not a part of my being or anything like that, but it has like a meaning to me. So like, I have a lot of time with this game. I use this game to like not like cope, but like to
Yeah. It's
relax, like if I'm going through something, whatever it
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
But like the PS3 version, I would probably play in my spare time if it existed.
Yeah.
So there you go.
All right. Okay. So now we got to talk about the Legend of Zelda timeline because
Can you get me a
oh
picture of
boy.
that? Because you said we want to put it up on screen, right?
Yeah.
Can you get me like a
So
timeline that you want to look at so we could make it
nope.
work?
If you want to just send me the one that like you're using, that's fine.
I gotta look one up.
Because we talked about this last night, chat. Because I think you brought this up last night too. Like I think you just brought up the Zelda timeline.
Yeah, I was like, does this shit make any sense to you?
And and at that point, like I think we just started to look at the timeline and just discuss it. So this is just more of that, I guess.
All right, so I gotta send this to you.
Yes.
You guys ignore that on screen because that comes up on stream. And then I'm gonna add a picture source, new image, and then we're gonna add it so you guys can look at it with us. Add new
Okay,
source.
let's hope that this doesn't blow up the stream.
No, we should be good. I'm assuming it's on my desktop. Nope, that's Polybridge. Where did this download?
Oh, good. You don't know where it downloaded to? That's
It's in my
perfect.
downloads. Okay, normally I just have stuff go to my desktop.
Yeah.
Oh, that's huge. Done.
Okay. So it's blocking your entire.
Here, we'll put it right
Okay.
in between us, just like that,
Okay.
and below the NazCast logo.
Okay. Perfect. That looks great. Well, I mean, not great. It's not perfect, but it's there. All right. So let's look at the start of the timeline because the start of the timeline makes sense.
Yeah, so you go from Skywards. We'll read it off here because I doubt it's very visible on screen.
Yeah, it's not even like visible for me really,
Here, wait.
like on my end. So like,
I'm just gonna. I'll make it bigger. So you go through it, right? And
yeah.
I'll scroll along with the chat as
Yeah,
we look at
okay.
it.
So the first one, the timeline starts off with Skyward Sword. Then we do Minish Cap, then Four Swords, and Ocarina. At the point of Ocarina of Time, the timeline then splits into three different fragments because of course it does. The farthest left branch from honestly like my view is well the hero is defeated. So the hero is defeated, which then we see A Link to the Past, both of the Oracle games, Link's Awakening, and then you have the first two Legend of Zelda games.
Yes.
Yes.
This is my least favorite timeline.
So let me ask you, why is that?
The games. The Oracle games are fantastic. Don't get me wrong. None of
Yeah.
these games are bad, right? It's just I think that the other games in the other timelines are better.
You don't like Link to the Past?
I never said that. I never said that.
But the fact that you're so defensive about it.
I just think, listen, some other Zelda games that I enjoy are in the other timelines. Some of my favorite Zelda games are in the other timelines. I think Breath of the Wild, though, would take place in this timeline.
Yeah, because, like, if the hero's defeated, then you would imagine that, like, so would, like, the one from that be the Ocarina of Time Link at a different point, or would it just be a different Link altogether?
See, I don't know.
So for our own headcanon, let's just say that for some reason, after Link was, like, no, actually, how would that even work?
Unless, do you think maybe Breath of the Wild is like, no, it can't be the start, though. Skyward Sword is definitely the start.
Yeah.
I feel like...
So I chat, because, I don't think Nintendo's commented on where, like, Breath of the Wild takes place in the timeline, but someone in chat might know if it does, so chat, please tell us if they actually have announced where in the timeline that game goes, because we are using the timeline from Hyrule Historia, which is, what, 6 or 7 years outdated, like, at this point?
Probably.
But, like, it's the most up-to-date one before a couple of them.
A Link Between Worlds?
Yes, I think A Link Between Worlds was after this was published.
Yeah, because that was a little bit later.
But that would be this first timeline in which the hero loses. So that's that. So then the middle timeline is the hero is successful.
Yes.
Which then has probably your favorite Zelda game,
Majora's Mask.
Majora's Mask, which is a direct sequel. So
yeah, to Twilight to Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, then you have Twilight Princess, which arguably split the fan base right down the middle.
Some people love it, some people hate it.
Yeah, then you have Four Swords Hyrule Adventure.
Yes. Well,
Yes. Then you have the timeline where Link wins again, but Link was
Link's in a new world.
Was flooded.
Yes.
So
that's where you get the Toon Link timeline.
They sealed Ganon, then the world is seemingly flooded, because this was the timeline when Zelda sent Link back in time to have a childhood, and presumably he just stopped being a hero, I guess.
Yes.
Maybe. So then you have Wind Waker, then you have a Phantom Hourglass, then you have Spirit Tracks.
Yeah, which is pretty much the Toon Link timeline, which is fine.
Yes.
Those games are good too.
That is absolutely 110% fine. So, the Zelda timeline is an overly complicated timeline for something that's not exactly the longest thing in the world. Like, it is overly complicated. A lot of it doesn't make sense.
Yep.
Because why would it?
No reason for it to. No reason at all.
But so the timeline is very fascinating, and I remember that before the Hyrule Historia, fans had like their own like fan-made timelines, which would wildly differ. But like at some point, right before Hyrule Historia was released, most fans had it sort of like this, if I recall.
I believe so, because there's some people who like look into every aspect of games. Neither of us are those people.
Yeah, well, at least for me, not for Zelda.
Yeah, but like you gotta appreciate the work these people do. So like,
yeah,
the more common people, like myself, who doesn't have like the time to do something like that, can like just be like, oh, okay, cool. So it goes like Wind Waker HD, and then Wind Waker, then Phantom Hourglass, then Spirit Tracks. Like, cool. That's the Toon Link timeline. That's cool. Now I know.
Yeah. So let's talk about the fact that the first two Zelda games happen to be the last two for their specific timeline.
Fucking Nintendo.
So the first two games in the series are the last two in their timeline.
Come on, man. Why are we starting like that? Why are we starting from the end?
I mean, there are movies that start from the furthest point. And then like most of the movies are flashback, but that generally only works in movies. It doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
But sure. But I think it makes sense to have like Skyward Sword be the first point in time because of the way that plot plays out.
Yeah.
Minish Cap, I have no idea why that is the second game in the timeline.
That's technically also like a Toon Link game, right?
Yeah.
So that's like the start of the Toon Link timeline, which is weird. That's the start of
But
every
then
timeline.
You have Four Swords, but the piece of artwork they have for Four Swords also has a link to the past in it. There. So is that just the art that they use for Four Swords? I'm assuming that's what that is.
Yeah, no, it's definitely just the art. Can you like talk real quick? I just say a sentence.
Hey.
That's good. All right, that's fine.
Okay.
That is a sentence. That technically is a sentence. No, the audio hasn't desynced yet.
Perfect. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
So then you have Ocarina of Time, which is
a fan favorite.
Yeah, which is a fan favorite, but also has some people split now because, of course, we can never have nice things like the entire fan base just liking one game. Because God forbid that happen.
Of course that could never happen, dude. What do you think we are? Civilized?
Oh, boy. So
that's it. The Zelda fans are breaking down my doors.
So my least favorite timeline, honestly, is probably the Wind Waker timeline because I only played the Wind Waker. But like I haven't played the other two, and I don't really have any other reason to want to play the other two.
Well, I'm pretty sure Spirit Tracks was like not well received.
No, I don't think it was either.
Phantom Hourglass, I also am not sure. I think that was another love or hate type game.
Yeah.
But Wind Waker, everyone's just like, Wind Waker good.
So the timeline that has the highest praise would be the Heroes Defeated timeline. Where most of the games are absolutely beloved.
Like
minus Adventure of Link, which is Zelda 2. But no one really talked about that anyway. It's like off to the side.
I was on Reddit today. This is Zelda related. That's why I'm bringing this up.
Why are you on Reddit? First of all, let me.
I have a Reddit account. I follow like the Legend of Zelda subreddit, the Pokemon subreddit.
Sure.
Stuff like that. It's just for like gaming stuff. Yamato regained the scream.
We've had no comments in chat up until this.
Yeah, come on, chat. What's wrong? What's wrong, chat?
Yeah, guys, we bored tonight. Jeez. Okay, you screamed.
I did do your scream, Nil. Steven, you heard me do Nil's scream, right? That was the loud fuck. And then I was like, I can't keep screaming like that.
Okay. Have a second one just to make sure that she has redeemed her scream.
No. You're not allowed to redeem screams ever again after this. Ooh, but we redeemed a hydrate. I'll do that first. I got you. It's all right. We'll do it. That was a good one, though. You got to watch the VOD.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, LOL. I'm at my goddaughter's birthday party. I thought you were trying to make like a Godfather reference, like you come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding, and I'm like, wait, what?
Every Italian American, I think it's legally required for us to at least watch that movie once. I swear to God.
I am the Godfather. Fuck. There you go. I can't be overly loud. There you go. There's your two screams. One for Yamato, one for no.
Yes, and plus you handed.
Paul's holding on to his scream.
Oh, so you've done what? 3 screams?
I've done 4 screams.
Oh, 4. You've done 4 screams now. Okay.
Well, 5 because one of them wasn't good enough, so we had to redo it.
Of course.
On this day of my goddaughter's birthday party. Yeah, so I was on Reddit, the Legend of Zelda subreddit, because someone was like,
Yes.
"What was your
As
first
you know.
Zelda game?" Mine was Breath of the Wild, and I was like, "Okay,
Oh boy.
newer fan, that's
Yeah.
fine."
Or
I don't know
they
if you'll
just
like
never-
any other Zelda game though, because it's completely different
Yeah.
from the rest.
Yeah. Yeah.
What were we gonna say, or what? I'm sorry.
Or this is their first Nintendo console.
Yes.
And they've had like a PlayStation before an Xbox.
Yeah. So I was like, because I have a very obscure first Zelda game. What do you think mine is, Steven?
Why do I feel like yours like Phantom Hourglass? Or
No,
something?
it's way older than Phantom Hourglass.
Zelda 2?
Not that old. I never had an NES or an SNES.
Shit.
And the fans killed him. Fuck. Bovey.
Link's Awakening?
Oracle of Seasons.
Okay.
So I was
Close.
like, Oracle of Seasons was my first Zelda game, and everyone I feel like the Oracle games don't get talked about enough.
Yeah.
And so it was like coming out of the woodwork where all these Oracle game fans, they were just upvoting my comment and commenting to it, and they're like, "Fuck yeah, someone else who likes Oracle games, yeah." But I'm like, the Oracle everyone knows the Oracle games are good. They're just like not talked about ever. It's not like
but
people
it's
are like,
the fact that just no one talks about
yeah.
it.
It's not like people are like, "Fuck the Oracle games, man, they're bad." It's not like those weird fucking Philips Zelda games. Like people know the Oracle games are good. It's just like they're old and they're on a portable console, and it's just like they didn't age great, but it's just like people respect them though.
Yeah. So you probably don't know what my first Zelda game was.
See, it's hard because like my dad didn't play video games, but yours did.
Not really. He had a PS1 that he used for CDs, and then he gave them a.
Yeah, but he had an NES. And if he didn't, why am I finding NES games around the house?
He did not. So I have no idea why.
Why did I find a Duck Hunt copy in
Were they maybe like Athena's that like at
Athena
some
didn't
point-
have an NES. Athena's first console
So
was
then why are there random
I
NES
don't
games?
know,
My dad
but-
had a 2600, so there's
But
no way
let
he
me
had
tell
an NES.
you, that cartridge is in fucking perfect condition.
Really?
It's so good. I could run upstairs and grab it if you want.
No, there's no reason to grab that now, but I mean,
Yeah, after we're done with the topic, I'll grab it real quick. Minish Cap?
no. Okay, so I have to break this down a little bit because this was a specialty disc that had 3 Zelda games on it.
The one on the fucking GameCube, isn't it?
Yes.
Do you still have
That
that
was-
disc?
Yes, that was supposed to be like a pre-order bonus for the Wind Waker, but for some reason,
Thanks, Bobby.
in like 2005 or 6, I saw it used at a GameStop, and I
For
bought it for
fucking
like
$15 probably.
I think it was like 25, but still,
Now it's worth 90, so
yeah.
good on you.
So, so my first one was Ocarina because that was the one that popped up first.
Isn't Majora's Mask on there too?
Yes, but that version of Majora's Mask is an absolute train wreck.
See, I want to buy that just so I could play Majora's Mask on my GameCube.
It's not. Don't do it. Just play it on the Wii. Actually, no, you can't anymore.
Yeah, the eShop's gone.
I mean, you could technically jailbreak your Wii like I have mine and then just play it with it.
It's home brewing.
Okay.
Steven's gonna punch me in the face. Next time me and Steven see each other. Me and Steven haven't seen each other in well over a year now, by the way.
No, I think it's been like 6 months.
When did I see you?
June. Actually, hell, I think it was right before your last haircut. Because we were at a barbecue and then we started talking about the podcast, which would eventually become the NazCast. It was outside.
Oh my god. You're right.
I just blew this guy's
Dude, I was
brains because
I was
he
like
apparently forgot about that.
I haven't seen Steven since like last March. It's been over a year. But yeah, we were talking about the podcast during like COVID. Well, we've been talking about the podcast for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to like the final stages. Yeah, because I remember it. Because that was when we were like the Crystal Star cast, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, because God, oh my God, we worked through so many names. None of them were good.
I mean, this was supposed to be temporary, but here we are.
Yeah,
Almost
21, technically 23 weeks in.
Yeah. Listen, as long as you're cool with it, I'm cool with it.
Are 100%. There's no other really name for it. Like at this point, like there just isn't.
Because like I don't know. I think we've talked about this on the podcast before. Like half of my username is in the podcast name, but this isn't my podcast. You know what I mean? Like
That's fine. I don't care
This is
enough
our
to.
podcast.
But there's no good way to have like both of our names in the podcast. So like this just makes more sense. Also,
Yeah.
plus it's hosted on your Twitch channel, so it just makes more sense. Then.
I gotcha. Yeah.
But so yeah, so my first Zelda game was Ocarina of Time, though it like happened to be on a specialty disc, so kind of weird.
I know the disc you're talking about. I know the disc art because every day I see one, right? And I'm like, oh, do I fucking buy this right now? And like, when it was $60, I was like, too rich for my blood, too rich. And now it's like $90, and I'm like, fuck. If I want it, I'm gonna have to buy it soon.
Yeah, but honestly, the port of Majora's Mask there is an absolute train wreck. Like if you're like trying to play just for that, don't play the GameCube port.
I don't want to play the 3DS port either, so I'm assuming I have to fucking go climb in the fucking garage on all fours, like a dog, and
Just
get my special edition cartridge and fucking pop it in my N64, and then we're gonna get the fucking memory pack, and
wait, hold on. It needs a memory pack or the expansion pack? Because those are like different things. Those are two different things.
What does Donkey Kong Country need?
The expansion pack.
It needs that.
Yes, it does.
I love the dual hydrate there. Oh, did I drink? I probably drank, then looked at chat and saw the hydrate, pointed at chat, and then drank again. Okay.
Yep, that's. So, but the best way to play Majora's Mask, honestly, like at this point, would probably be the 3DS version, Quinn.
I refuse.
Why? What is your problem?
I want to play it on the big screen.
You know how to do that.
Oh. You also hydrated.
Oh.
Steven, you want me to put Steven hydrate as one? Because then people are literally.
Sure.
I'm telling you right now, Steven. Because if I
Hell, I don't have enough water bottles here to do that.
maybe it's not a great idea.
Well, maybe next week.
Maybe next. Well, we'll discuss.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you want to do the Pokemon challenge? Or you want to go a little longer? I just don't know what to.
I think we could probably talk about Zelda.
Yes, I'm not playing it on 3DS. You know
Play it on a redacted. Play it on a redacted, which means that
I got an idea. I got an idea.
Oh God.
Hey guys, Quinn here. I haven't seen you guys in like. Anyways, me and Steven. This is Steven, by the way. This is Steven right here.
Hello.
This is Steven. We were talking, and I was like, 3DS capture cards.
Oh, okay.
You see where I'm going with this now?
Yes.
So, a 3DS capture card is something that, like, one guy makes. It's like one guy. I think. I'm not sure the business logistics of that operation. Or if it's legal.
It's out of Utah. It's out of Utah, too, which is just kind of
Salt Lake City, baby. So me and Steven were talking, and we were like, you can't really get 3DS capture cards anymore. But the guy's still doing them, apparently, as of January of this year. So it is a little... We'll discuss pricing. You know, we're very transparent, you know?
Yes.
You'd have to buy an original 3DS, not a new 3DS, not a 2DS, not a 2DS XL, not a 3DS XL, not the new 3DS XL, the original 3DS. They're about $110 secondhand because you can't get those new anymore because they discontinued those in like 2015, if not earlier.
Yeah.
And you got to buy one of those, and then you can ship it to Salt Lake City, Utah. after you pay the man or woman or group. We don't know. It's just a very basic fucking internet page.
Okay, let's talk about the website, because the business from the things I've heard is great, but that web page looks like it's straight out of 1995.
Yeah, it's literally like 5 like embedded hyperlinks and that on like a gray background. So then you'd have to pay $170 to have the person source the PCB that would allow you to record the 3DS gameplay, and then they will install it for you, cover up the back, I'm assuming, as well.
Yeah.
And then pack it back up and ship it to you. So it's like a $280 endeavor, which is actually less than a 3DS MSRP nowadays.
Yes.
So we were wondering, by we I mean me, but me and Stephen were actually both talking about considering doing this.
Yeah.
And what's the chat's thought about that? Paul redeemed the fucking scream. God damn it. Fuck!
Well,
there you go.
Well, that was it. It was very nonchalant. It was perfect. Perfect. A+.
It like reverbs through the fucking basement.
Yeah. Yeah, which is why I don't want to do it often.
You're welcome. The Scream reward will stay. It's very it's definitely the most popular reward there.
Oh, I wonder why that is. Maybe it's the fact that your on-screen persona is a maniac.
It's so funny because like
because you're not like that.
Steven knows me. Literally off screen, I'm like saying like 3 words a minute.
Yeah. So the 3DS capture card, that's something we probably wouldn't do until like May or June.
Oh yeah, we could discuss it later today.
Yeah.
Paul, thank you for being patient, not jumping in on the spam screen. I appreciate that, man. You're looking out for me and my vocal cords. But yeah, definitely something like May or June, around that area that we'd consider.
Yeah. How we should probably handle that was, I think, within the next couple of weeks, email I think it's a Gmail, right? I think it's a Gmail.
Yeah, I mean, we'll email, see if they're still doing it.
Yep, and see if they're still doing that like in like May or June, because then at that point, like, I don't mind splitting the cost and you testing it out on like streaming, I don't know, Majora's Mask. So I'm splitting the cost, you're streaming Majora's Mask for 3DS.
So, I mean, the other thing is I was telling you, there's one situation. There's literally only one situation where we would need 2 of these.
Yes. So, it's like, very specific.
If we split the cost, I mean, like, whoever wants it, like, I know you don't drive, right? But, like, if I had it, if it was in my possession at that moment, and you're like, hey, can I get that? I'd be like, yeah, like, after work, I'll drive up to you and I'll chill, but I'll bring the 3DS capture card. Like, we're never, unless we're doing, which, by the way, the only situation where we ever need one is like a Pokemon battle.
Yeah.
But then at that
point, I think we would just transfer a Pokemon up from Gen 6 or 7 up into like Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
There, problem solved.
Or we just stream it from one perspective for the battle. Like, like we could split it.
Yeah, there is no reason to have 2 like 3DSs.
So like, we could just like, I'm down to split the cost, but I also told you I'm also down to just pay for it and like, you know, lend it to you.
I'm not letting you pay in full. I'm not, because that's just not how it's happening.
All right, but like we just like trade it back and forth.
Yeah.
When we need it, that's all. Let's not break
there's no reason to buy 2 of them right now.
Yeah, there's not.
Honestly,
that's not a reason.
Yeah.
What color do we want? Do we want pink, purple?
For what? The actual 3DS?
Yeah.
What about the launch Cosmic Black, which is classic? It's clean. It's
yeah, I don't care. I honestly don't care what color we get.
Yeah.
But when we're there, let's see what the options are price wise. Because I'm not going to pay more money for another color. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, 100%.
Let's just get the cheapest one that doesn't look like it's dog shit.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
Like, we're not going to buy the cheapest one. You know, Nick.
Yeah.
Me and I forgot your name. I almost called you Nazora, and then I almost called you Quinn. Me and Steven have this cousin from Australia who actually used to live with me for 4 years.
Yeah.
His whole motto is never buy the cheapest of anything. Buy one above the cheapest, because it's better, and it's not that much more money.
But is it though? One above the cheapest is still a lower tier product.
I mean, depending on what you're using it for. Like,
yeah.
Like, I'm not going to buy a 3DS with fucking scratches in the top screen, but I'll pay the extra $10, $15 for one that's like...
Yeah.
I will pay more for function, not a cosmetic, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if a purple 3DS is like 120 and the black one's 150, but they're like the same like condition. We're getting the purple one.
Yeah. Oh, 110%.
We are
Okay, cool.
gamers on a budget.
Yeah. So I think we've put it off long enough, and I think Bobby's gone, but it's time for the Pokemon challenge. Which
We're
means I gotta
finishing
pop
Gen
my brother's
4.
dark mode.
We're finishing Gen 4, everybody. Welcome to the finale of Nozora, the Pokemon champion of Gen 4. Will he be able to name a Pokemon this week? So far, Gen 4 has been absolutely terrible for him, the worst generation yet, and it's the one he's probably played the most. What is going on?
Okay, so we're on which one? 460 something?
Togekiss.
Okay. Okay, so number 468 is Togekiss. You just said it.
Togekiss.
469 is a bug flying type.
No, I know this.
Okay.
I know this. I know this.
Okay, wait. Okay, so pause. Pause. We have to have a timeout. We have some new rules for mainly next week.
Starting next week.
Yeah, so starting for Unova, we are handing him 4 lifelines because he could barely pass for Gen 4 Sinnoh. He will not be able to pass Unova because he's never played like Black White or Black 2 or White 2. So he's never played any of the Gen 5 games, so he'll need some help. So he'll get 2 hints from me and a 2 from chat. So he will not have a 4 lifelines per episode. Okay, calm down, Rocky Balboa. Just cool it.
I do know this Pokemon, by the way.
Okay.
Yen Mega.
Yes. Number 470 is a leaf type, and it's an evolution of a Pokemon that's got like 6 or 7.
Leafeon.
Yes.
Glaceon.
Yeah. Yes. Number 472 is a ground flying type. Come on, you know this. It's a Gen 2. Hold on, its first form is in Gen 2.
Ground?
Oh, come on, you gotta know this.
Ground?
Yes.
Poison? Ground poison?
No, it's ground flying.
Gliscor?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Okay, off to a hot start. You've gone all to the
What
right
the
so
fuck?
far.
What the fuck?
Okay, number 473 is an ice ground type, and it's not, and it's also another evolution of our Gen 2 Pokemon. That's new for Gen
Ice
4.
ground?
Yeah. Oh, come on. There's only one ice. What?
Weevil? Weavile?
No.
Sneasel?
That is, I think, Ice Dark.
Ice ground. Oh, Mamoswine?
Yes.
Oh my god, hell yeah. Dude, we're on a roll right now.
Okay, number 474 is a normal type. And it's another evolution of an older Pokemon, but it's not from Gen 2, it's from Gen 1.
Does it only
So
evolve
it has an
once?
evolution. What?
Does it only evolve once?
No, it evolves twice. It has an evolution, I think, in Gen 2. But it also has an evolution here. And it was in I think it was in the Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl trailer.
Porygon? Oh, fuck.
Yes. Yes, but which one?
Z?
Which one? Yes.
Yeah, because Porygon 2 is, like, older.
Yes, that is in Gen 2.
Okay, yeah.
All right, number 475 is a Psychic Fighting type. It's an evolution of a Gen 3 Pokemon.
See, it's fucked, because I really only have, like, one lifeline, unless the chat's going to look it up this week.
Okay, so for this week, I'll do both of them.
Wait, what is it?
It is a Psychic Fighting type.
Does it evolve? You said it evolves?
Yes.
Well, it
though
evolves
has-
from something.
Yes, and it has another evolution that is just a Psychic. So it's a split evolution. Okay, that handed you the answer. It looks like
Gallade.
yes. Okay, number 476 is a Rock Steel type.
Does it evolve from, like, a previous gen or anything, or is it just...
Yes, I'm looking up on like which gen it is.
All right, can I give you 2 guesses? I'm just gonna hope one of them's right.
Yes.
Mr. Probopass or Mr. Rhyperior?
It's Probopass. And Nose Pass is what, Gen 3. Okay. All right. So number 477 is a ghost type and another Gen 3 evolution. Pure ghost.
Miss Magius?
No.
Give me a lifeline. I don't know.
Number 477 is a Dust Noir.
Oh.
Yeah.
It goes Duskull, Dusclops, then Dust Noir. Okay.
Yeah. Our number 478 is an ice in a ghost type, and it is an evolution of a Gen 3 Pokemon. It also has to be female.
Frostlass.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
number 479 is it is an electric and ghost Pokemon that has many different forms. Also,
Rotom.
yes.
I would have
Our
fucked if you
number,
didn't say different forms.
yeah, our number 480 is a psychic type. And it's a legendary.
Mesprit?
No, but that's the next one. So yeah, that
Uxie. Uxie?
yes.
That's my favorite
Yes.
one. I like that
Yeah.
one the best.
Uxie, I don't know how to say it. It's either Uxie or
the,
Uxie.
the yellow and white one. That doesn't have eyes. Or he has eyes but they're closed.
Yeah, they're closed.
So then Uxie, Mesprit.
Yes.
Fuck.
Oh, come on, you got to know this.
Here, wait, let's do this.
Hold on, are you looking shit up?
No, look at the NazCast document. I'm literally just.
Okay, I'm just making sure that you're
Yeah,
not.
no, I'm not. Mesprit, Uxie. Does it start with an M as well?
No, it starts with an A.
Azelf.
Yes.
Thank God, bro. These hints,
Okay,
these
number
hints are great.
483 is a steel dragon type. It's a legendary.
Palkia?
No.
Dialga?
Yes.
Then Palkia.
Yes. Which is a water dragon type, which I always thought was weird typing.
That is weird typing.
Because Palkia does not look like a water type. It actually looks more like a psychic type, to be quite honest.
Yeah, because of the purple it's got on it. Purple pink.
Yes, and
yeah.
also, like, it controls space. So how does that have anything to do with water? Except,
Is Palkia space or is Palkia time?
no, I think a Dialga is
Time.
time.
Okay.
So Palkia's space.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number 485 is a fire steel type. It's obviously another legendary.
Fire Steel.
Yeah.
Heatran?
Yes.
He's steel? I thought it was Fire Rock.
No, he's fire steel.
Okay.
Number 486 is a normal type. It's got 3 different children, offspring.
So it's not Shaman.
No, it's other legendaries, though. It's other legendaries in like a trio, but he is like the new one for Gen 4.
Giratina? No, that's not a normal type.
No, also,
There's so many legendaries in Gen 4.
all of the other forms of this Pokemon, plus it's like siblings or like what have you, they're all from Gen 3.
Regigigas.
Yes.
Oh my god. Didn't Regigigas make the Regis?
I think so. Like, I can't remember what the story for that is.
Yeah, it's so weird.
All right, number 487 is a ghost dragon type. You literally just said it before.
Oh, Giratina.
Yeah. Number 488 is a psychic type.
I know this because people sleep on my homie Cresselia. They
Yes.
sleep on Cresselia because everyone's like
Number
Darkrai.
489/490. They're evolutionary / breeding type legendary deal.
Shaman?
No, they're both water types.
It's Manaphy.
Yeah, the second
it's
one's
like
man.
Fione? Fioba? Phoebe?
Yeah.
How-
It's a field.
Fione.
Okay, number 491 is a dark type.
Darkrai.
Yes. Number 492 is a grass type that you've been saying like every other guess. You just said it before.
A grass type?
Yes.
Oh, Shaman. Oh my god.
Yes. And all right, the last Pokemon for Gen 4 / Sinnoh is 493. It's a normal type. Oh, come on.
No, you can't tell me. I want to get through this without using both lifelines.
Okay. Do it.
That's a normal type. Is it? It's still a legendary, right?
Yes. Do you want me to hand you?
Give me a. Can I get a hint?
Yes. Okay. Hint count. Now here's a really soft lob, like right down the middle fastball. Hint.
Wait.
What? You haven't named it yet. First of
It's
all,
Arceus. It's Arceus.
Yes.
It's
Yes,
getting a fucking game.
It's a new box art legendary.
It's getting a game. I was
Yeah.
like, think.
Hey, it's a new box art legendary.
Well, that's all the topics for sure.
All
we only
right.
had
Well,
two.
we had 2 topics.
And
we
one
had,
was
we had
them.
nothing, then Pokemon. So this was our only topic. We bullshit for an hour.
We wanted
did it.
This concludes the NazCast, but we wanted to talk about one more thing.
Yes.
Are we talking about it today?
What? Oh. Yes.
Me and Steven have been uploading YouTube videos on and off for a decade. Over a decade. Yeah, because we started in like 2009.
Yeah.
We've been doing this for a long time, on and off. But we have videos around that are still from that time period.
Yeah.
And me and Steven, I don't want to say, we grew up watching Let's Players.
Yes.
And then we became Let's Players for a couple years. And it is extremely demanding work and requires a lot of time. Did you say no? It isn't, or it is?
No, yes, it is very demanding.
Like you gotta do a lot. I mean, yeah, you're playing a game, ha ha ha. It's not a real job, but I mean, it's draining, man.
Yeah, especially like if you're doing like multiple like Let's Plays at a time. Like Steven plays, or you're like Chugga, who literally puts in so much research and effort that he has like teams of people now. Like that.
Yeah, it's
a lot of work.
It's insane. So we're gonna in June, I believe June 30th, we said, right, or June 28th or something like that. We'll mark 10 years of my first Let's Play, which Steven was actually also a part of. We played Mario Kart Double Dash. We were 11 years old?
2011, we were 12, almost 13.
But it wasn't August yet.
No, so we were 12.
We were 12. So it was 10 years ago. So
God.
We're gonna watch them as a group, as a stream. If you guys want to join us on in June, we're gonna obviously touch upon this again before June.
Times, probably hype it up.
Yeah, we're gonna try and hype it up, but it's gonna be you're gonna hear the 12-year-old Quinn and Steven. We sound like this, but actually even higher pitch. My voice doesn't get that high anymore.
Yeah, mine does not even go close to there anymore, from what I can tell.
So. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I think one of my friends is streaming, so we'll probably host them. Let me just check if they're still live. They are.
Yep.
They're streaming Little Nightmares 2, so we're gonna host Strawby because she went live.
Okay.
But we're gonna end the stream here. Thank everyone for tuning in.
Yes, thank you all for joining us tonight.
We appreciate it as always. Stay tuned for either solo streams or when Steven starts streaming, we'll get to promote that as well. That's coming soon. Yep. And so we'll see you hopefully there's another live stream on this channel before the next NazCast. And then hopefully we get some news from Steven whenever he's ready. He's got a lot going on right now. I'm not blaming you, but
maybe the first week of June.
So we'll touch on that too. We'll get everything ready so you guys have a plethora of content to hopefully enjoy live, depending on your schedule.
Yes.
But once again, thank you for tuning in.
Yes, thank you all for joining us, and we will see you back here next week, same time, same place. All right, guys, have a nice week.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.